The Cavaliers are making news. Earlier this week, they talked about their new state-of-the-art practice facility coming soon. Look at this beauty here, will you? The Cleveland Clinic Global Peak Performance Center will be located on the banks of the Cuyahoga River downtown.
Meanwhile, the Browns also making a lot of noise with a hard bargain for the city of Cleveland. Either renovate the existing stadium or move the team to a new stadium. Our Mike-Polk-Jr. has some thoughts on all of this.
As a matter of fact, I do. Thanks for having me, you guys.
Of course.
Thanks for
As you
being here.
said, this week, the Cleveland Browns owner Jimmy and Dee Haslam, they said they were exploring the idea of moving the team to Brook Park, and they rejected the very notion that the threat to leave downtown might be a negotiating tactic intended to secure the $1 billion in public funding to renovate the current venue and stay downtown they've been asking for, and let's give them the benefit of the doubt. But they say timing is everything. And I'd wager that when the Haslams said that on Monday, they were aware that on Tuesday, the Cavaliers would be unveiling renderings of the Cavs' new world-class training facility, a massive complex that they say will be a boon for the city and that would be entirely privately funded by Dan Gilbert's company in partnership with the Cleveland Clinic. And you know the Haslams were like, hey, Dan, we're trying to negotiate here. Couldn't you have waited a week or two before publicly demanding showing everyone the billionaire sports teams are capable of financing their own infrastructure? Not cool. But look at these renderings. They are beautiful. As you said, the Cleveland Clinic Global Peak Performance Center is quite gorgeous. Of course, all project illustrations like these do have a tendency to portray the eventual outcome in the most favorable light, but sometimes they can be a bit too far and become a little distracting. Take the first one. Beautiful, right? We all love our lakefront. Look how pristine this is. Very unrealistic, though. Not one thing out of place in the water. Don't insult us. Show the next one. You got to include at least a few white can claws in there, obviously. And you know what else is missing here, guys? Take the next one. Seagulls. Let's not act like we don't have a million seagulls all the time.
Do we always have that many kayakers in the river?
There are always
That's
that
what
many
I was
kayakers. I know,
thinking.
they're beautiful too, aren't they? Okay, now let's not try and erase history and act like seagulls aren't part of this place. Next one, here's the next one. It's a couple taking a nice walk downtown. Now, why doesn't this look right? First of all, there's usually something weird or mysterious in the middle of the sidewalk downtown. Let's show the next one, like a suitcase or something that's just sitting there and
Randomly left behind.
And people just walk around it because you don't want to know what's in there. It's obviously something
Or a
terrible.
scooter.
But it gives the city character.
Yes, the scooter.
And are you trying to tell me that there's no advertising on this venue whatsoever? Dan's is going to leave that money on the table? Unlikely. Look at the next one. See, that is what it's probably more going to look like. Let's be honest, everybody. All right, let's take a look at one more here, guys. Now, here's a pretty street scene, right? That's pretty. That's what it's going to look like.
It's idyllic.
What's missing, though, would you say? Let's take a look at the next one. That's right. Traffic barrels and parking meters. We're not going to have any traffic barrels or parking meters. In fact, it actually gets worse than that. Show the next one. Let's put the bags on those bad boys. There's bags on the meters because, as we all know, whenever something is interesting is going on downtown that you might want to come down and park for, those bags are on the meters and you can't park there. All right. And finally, let's talk about all these gorgeous Cleveland skies that we're pretending we have all year long. Let's adjust that as well. Take a look at the last one here. There we go. Okay. All right. That's it. In summation, folks, I understand the purpose of these sorts of proposals is to get people hyped by portraying the potential results in the most favorable light. So, if illustrating downtown Cleveland to make it look like Crocker Park helps get the project across the finish line, so be it. But remember, even when this impressive project is completed and you come downtown to check it out, the parking will not be free and there will be seagulls everywhere.
Everywhere. And you know what they leave behind. Where were the Jersey barriers? I didn't see them.
Right? Exactly. No, they moved them. They're moving some of them out this week, so they might bring them back, though. You never know.
Great observation. Those
so good.
illustrations always are like
little silly.
Fantasyland beautiful.
Also, everyone's in great shape. It's essentially them making their Tinder profile. This is what I look like. And then you get there, you're like, maybe not exactly. We tend to portray ourselves in our best light. That's all.
Oh, well done, Mike.
that's
Thanks,
true.
guys. Go
Very
Browns.
well done.
Beautiful. Love it. Thank you, bud.